Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
In the Wrestling Hand.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgatron on the social medias in the Sorgatron Media Studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to get awesome with everybody this week. We have a crew with us. First of all, from the Studio Duds, it is... I'm getting these buttons right.
It's me.
Yeah, I'm getting the timing right. Kid Mental was in today, so I'm like, I gotta get. Yeah, we had a visit. Listen, I'm getting very confused because I think I'm telling people to call me, and then they show up at my door. I'm like, all right, let's get tacos.
Oh, that's right. You did have a visitor.
Yes, I did have a visitor. Yeah, and then that's why I freaked out on the other meeting, because I'm like, am I supposed to be there too? I thought this was a call, you know. This is what happens when everybody tries to schedule you while you're like on the other end of the country. He was Egg Daughter is a social media and budding photographer as well.
Budding photographer. I like that.
Budding, I don't know. That's the best word I could come up with at the moment. But also with us, also fancies himself a photographer. He's the gadget guru at Big Bank International Esquire. He is the Chilla. How you doing?
Good. How's it going? I've been from one side of the country to the other over the last 2 weeks, so
we all have.
I'm getting back acclimated.
Nice. Where'd you go the other end of the country?
So 2 weeks ago, at one point in time I lost track of let alone what time it was, what day it was. But 2 weeks ago I was in New York. 2 weeks ago I was in New York City, Tuesday through Thursday. Came home Friday morning, and then last week flew out Monday late afternoon, landed in Seattle, was in Seattle Tuesday through Thursday night, got on a red eye at midnight their time, which is 3 a.m. our time, and then got back to Pittsburgh at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's how. So we were in the same time zone. We could have completely done the AwesomeCast last week. That wouldn't have been a problem at all. I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah, no, we just did we did a Sunday through Tuesday event in San Diego last week. So that's why there was no AwesomeCast last week. But we're going to get back to it. It is the Thanksgiving episode, and we do want to keep things moving along here. So let's go ahead and get into it with our. I'm getting the hang of this, guys. I'm starting to get transitions, guys. Anyways, let's get into our awesome things of the week. Who would like to go first? Because I didn't look at yours yet. Actually, Katie, let's go with yours. It's very iPhone-y.
Yes. So we talked about I got a new iPhone. Oh, wait. I did not. I have an even more better. I have a more better, awesomer thing of the week.
More better, awesome thing.
Yes, I do.
It's more better, awesomer.
It's more better, awesome, and I will casually pull it up as I show it to you, and then we can talk about my other thing later because it's boring as shit.
Okay.
It's our one swear. This is my new iPhone case. It is a Hello Kitty 50th anniversary. It's a Hello Kitty by Sonix, Sonix, brand, but it is as shiny and luminescent in person. Actually, it's prettier in person than it is on here, but it goes from like blue to pink to purple. My iPhone is a white iPhone, and I can use my MagSafe pop socket.
Click.
It's right there.
Click.
Ta-da! But yes, that's my new iPhone case that I am in love with. You probably heard me, I think, last week or the week before, I was complaining about the case that I had.
Yes, very slippy, you said.
Too slippery. Yep. Yeah, very slippy. This does not seem to be as slippy as my other case was. So
she just kept dropping her phone like entire trip. It was bad.
It was hilarious. I was like, what is happening with my hand? And like, you just kept rescuing it off a chair. And but yeah, this is my new Hello Kitty, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Hello Kitty case, and I think it was what, $50. Now I looked at my phone and was like, wait a minute, I have something better than what I'm about to show you in front of me.
Oh, it's like, is it like iridescent because it like kind of went orange and now it's blue, or is it grabbing reflection? Now it's pink.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's very iridescent, like depending on where you're at. Look, I'm even going to drop it into our awesome thing of the week section just for you, Sorg, so you can.
Well, I love. Is this the one you have that has this like? It's you have an anime gif of it changing colors.
Because I can't wait for you to see this in person because it does absolutely change colors when you, depending on the lighting and the reflection off of things. I did grab a quick video of me unboxing it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes. And but it was so funny trying to do an unboxing when it is this reflective and you're trying to hold your phone and not like But yes, this is my Hello Kitty Sonix Sonix new case, and what was it for? Yeah, it's $48.
Nice.
Through their website, and it comes in a variety of iPhone sizes, and you can get other Hello Kitty 50th anniversary stuff, tech stuff to go with it. But I was partial to the case, and like I said, my new MagSafe pop socket from Target goes right with it, and you can still see it because it's clear.
Nice, I love it.
Ta-da!
I love it. That's cool. I'm glad you solved that problem. Also, you might want to check your audio settings. But I could tell by the click. I think we're coming off the wrong microphone. Maybe, unless I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You got the AirPod Pros. Maybe it just sounds different than general, but it feels like it was picking it up more than I would normal. So double check that while we're moved on to Chilla's.
Oh, the pinging? Well, no, it's that loud.
Oh, is that loud? You're picking up more room now. Like very specific. Okay, all right.
Yeah, like I think
that's crazy.
Like it's that loud.
Don't make it go closer to your head. No.
See, that's what you get. You don't believe me? It's that loud. It is that loud. When it attaches, it does make a nice click. But yeah, no. So no, I did. I'm in the musician setting, so there's no. It's straight up whatever you're getting from me.
Excellent, Chilla. What's your awesome thing of the week that you are apparently also thankful for?
Yep. So mine is also iPhone-y. It is a Marodi, I guess is how you pronounce it, MagSafe wallet stand. So I've had back pain for longer than I'd like to admit. and I think it was actually due to the wallet in my back pocket.
It's supposed to be really bad for you. Nobody talks about that.
And so I had gotten the Apple like MagSafe wallet clip-on thing, and it only fit like 2 cards and a $20 bill. So it wasn't doing the job. And then I saw someone at work that actually had their phone propped up with like a MagSafe thing, and then I realized it was actually a wallet. So here's the wallet. This is my parking stub from the airport, or over here. But I have my photo ID in there. I have multiple cards, and then I also have cards in the back. And then it actually stands up very nicely on a desk, and you can actually also, if you are traveling and you throw the charger in it, it puts the phone in like the watch mode or like the clock mode if it's on a charger. And it can be a very nice looking alarm clock with a calendar, a number of different things, and it is also very clippy. So
Nice.
I'm super happy with it, and I've been using it for the last 3 weeks. And I will honestly say, like, my back does not hurt pretty much at all. And I had tried numerous things to make my back feel better. But not carrying a wallet in my back pocket has definitely helped and done the trick.
Turns out that fat wallet, fat stack you were sitting on every day was the thing. So I actually changed. You know what made me change? So I moved my wallet to my front pocket, or if I have cargos, I throw it in something there. Because one, like, I always hated the back pocket whenever I'm walking anywhere public. Because I would just get paranoid and I put it in the front pocket anyways, right? Especially in cities, downtown, something like that, the mall. And the thing that made me change it was when I started putting an AirTag in my wallet, because I'm like, I don't want to sit on this all the time because I knew it was going to lead to that kind of problem. So that shifted whenever AirTags came out for me. So because that had just a good bit of thickness to it, and now I'm not worried about how thick my wallet is. So, but that's awesome. So that's only about $24 over on Amazon, and that is the Merodi for MagSafe wallet stand, and it comes in all kinds of wonderful colors. And there's a purple one. There you go. I have not utilized a lot of MagSafe. I finally got a case that has MagSafe, and it does the wireless charging on my bed stand. But I have not like gotten much specifically MagSafe, mostly because whenever I get into season, I put a heavier case on that isn't going to be MagSafe. So that's been kind of a little bit of a struggle that I've had over the last couple of years with this. But I might start investigating now that I'm way into this. Know the next one's going to have MagSafe. We'll see what we can get into there. So awesome. So my awesome thing go ahead.
Just real quick on that topic though, I've seen like a thing that you can put on the back. It wouldn't let you do the wireless charging with the thick case, but it would let you do the magnet. It's almost like an extra magnet that you can layer in there. I've seen people use it on Android devices that there is no such thing as MagSafe. So there are faux alternative MagSafe type things that you can do, just you're not going to get the wireless.
But also,
charge.
am I gonna be able to trust the magnet? Like the magnets, I'm untrustworthy of magnets, sir. I'm very untrustworthy. Podner says it's Chilla. It also looks like just a good stand without the wallet as well. So
yeah, it does, and it surprised me. I was worried it was going to be like very thin, flimsy. But it sits pretty much at any angle. And I've used it numerous times, and it seems like it's going to hold up. I don't know. Very happy with it so far.
Excellent. I am not sold on personally. I'm not sold on wallet with the phone thing, because that's just then I lose everything. I guess. I understand the idea, but also I don't know. I need a place to put my receipts, and I feel like that. I don't know. It feels like it gets too much if it's something like that.
Can you just snap? So I've learned throughout this whole journey to the MagSafe wallet thing, like I now find myself taking pictures of all my receipts and uploading them right away. And
I do
have
that
a
too.
copy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've been trying to do that more and more often as well, in case I do lose some things. There's even something where I think I did misplace one of the receipts from the week or something like that, right? So it happens. It happens.
I had three Starbucks gift cards that I had in my wallet randomly. Now they're all in the app. There's no more card.
There you go. Roll it out. Well, the other thing I'm excited that is rolled into the app world. I know we've talked about this in the past, but I haven't used it in a while. And it was interesting to see the public transit system in Pittsburgh and how far along it's come. Now, let's be honest, buses still suck. I still missed 2 times of my bus before one actually came 5 minutes late the other day. So this was the scenario. We came in, I think, Katie, we landed like a little bit after 4 o'clock on Thursday, right? And and we do our shows out in New Kensington every week, our kind of training shows with one of the wrestling groups out there where we're trying out some new stuff and new people to try with the pro wrestling stuff. And they're already out there. They're beating the traffic to get out to set up for the show that starts at 8 p.m. I wasn't gonna make poor Aaron and Katie take me all the way up 28 in traffic and back. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take transit. I got plenty of time. I mapped it out. We're pretty good. And I was pretty happy with it. Of course, the transit system itself may have had some problems. But I was really impressed with the process because I've never gone I need to get from this part of town to this part of town. What does this look like, right? And I mean, I've used this. I'm very lucky that I'm on the T line. I'm on the train line here in Pittsburgh, like one of the very few neighborhoods that is, which means it's coming every 15 minutes. So literally my use of this app has been, okay, when's the train? Where is the train? Because you can actually see how far out the next one is because they're timed like that. I don't think the buses are necessarily all tracked in the same way, but they have some very interesting things that's very Waze-like for this. So here's the app if you're not familiar with it. I think most towns have something like, Red Line's what I'd be talking about for looking at to go outbound, set for outbound now. You just kind of, I think we click it or something. I can't remember. I'm a vampire for some reason too from my avatar. I don't know when that happened. But yeah, I think you just slide it and now we got the inbound time. We see there's one coming in 10 minutes and you can see kind of where we're at and where it's going. So let's say I'm going to if I'm going to do my let's say I'm going out to New Kensington. It gives me some options and lets me know when to start walking, what I'm walking to or something like that. And I probably did something like this. It was the Red Line to the 1. It's a nice 45-minute, hour-long bus ride out there. It took me about 2 hours to get there if I started now. And actually you can see there's the next train coming. It tells you at what point it was, we've gotten the time from it or something like that. But also this is kind of nice at the bottom. You got all these icons on the bottom that move with your phone. I'm actually moving my phone around right here. So as you're going, like when you got to the bus line, it's actually you see that there's somebody else on the transit app on the bus with you and say, hey, 2 of you are on the bus. You're helping other people. So it's keeping track of the bus based on you and your phone tracking. If you hit go, then you're in the process and you're going, it turns into a Waze kind of situation. That was very cool. I had people thanking me. It would ask me, oh no, my prescription's apparently calling me. When the bus wouldn't come, it says it looks like you missed the bus. What happened? And I could note it didn't come, and all of that's getting feedback. And I believe there is a little bit of a connection there, maybe with PRT. I think is what we're calling our transit system now. They just went through a rebranding lately. So it's a lot more connected than when I've tried this several years ago. And I don't think I've definitely never been on a bus since pre-COVID, if not several years before that. So it's really interesting to see that process. I'm used to the train, get on, get off, whatever, right? The other thing I've noticed is I didn't realize this was happening too. Tickets on your phone were happening. I don't think I see this device on the trains, but the buses do have the a phone ticket taker. Ticket connector. I don't know if it's RFID or if it's a QR code or what it is, because I just saw it kind of briefly and when you're at the stops now, again, I don't think I see this here on the rail system, but the ones downtown, you'd see, where you see what numbers are on your the sign for the transit, there's a QR code that pulls up a website that lets you know, like, okay, this is when this was due. This is, it lets you know what's coming up next. Much like I think when you are in the subway stations now, there is like a board that tells you which trains are coming through and what times as well. So that's very cool. I love to see how connected they become over the last several years. It feels like I didn't. 4 years ago, it felt like, traveling, Katie, traveling all these towns and kind of seeing how others, did you like that there was a rail system in the middle of San Diego, by the way, when we were rolling through there on the trolley? Seeing how integrated things seem to be and progressive, and I'm getting notifications on my phone about how I can add a bus pass to it or something like that to go to this, it's nice to see that we are keeping up. We are upgrading here in the system and maybe not falling as far behind as I thought we were, as a city transit, a mobile city, let's say, right? So that's been very cool. Pair that with, I think I've talked about on the show, using the POCO, the bikes, the Pittsburgh Bikes system, which I still have about 2 hours of minutes I need to use before the end of December. So if anybody wants to go on a cold bike ride with me in the near future, that's been really cool to actually experience. What is that like to be, some of that mobile Pittsburgh kind of idea. So that's it. It's a transit app, transitapp.com. It's available on Android and iPhone. I think I used both of them through the course because, as Katie knows, I forgot my battery pack, so I was just using my other phone as my backup battery phone. So when I needed to Uber or something, as we were doing throughout the week. So that's where that is. But yeah, no, I'm very, very, very happy with this. They've really done a lot with this, and I'm very excited to see what they're doing with that. I know, Chilla, you're a bit of a public transit person. You sound like you know a lot of these concepts already exist.
You're right though about the T. Like they're not like as prepped as the bus system, which surprises me because it's a known route. They're plugged into electricity pretty much. Like they could power all that. Mm-hmm. And they never get detoured based on traffic patterns or anything like that. I have noticed a QR code type scanner coming to the stations, mm-hmm. like the high platform stops on the train. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen anyone really use it. If you've been to New York and used their subway or their transit, to me, I would never travel any other way in New York now. Like mm-hmm. between Apple Maps and the fact that I can literally take my phone and just hold it at the turnstile, to me, it's just game changing. Like there's no more Metro card. There's none of that. Like you walk up, you tap your phone, and then they automatically calculate your maximum fare for the day and the week. So you're never paying more than you should have to.
I'm going around with my Connect card that has $20 on it from 5 years ago. I
do the same. I'm doing the same thing in Pittsburgh. So,
yep,
but like,
yep. I put all this money on it and I haven't used it. I barely use it, I'm like, oh, I got like a ride up and down. They'll take care of like $6. And there's like, oh no, there's transfers. That's right. It doesn't even count if you're back soon enough. I think it's within 3 or 4 hours. Like you don't even pay a secondary fare, right? It's the $275 up front, which is great. So anyways, what's also great that you guys support this show, patreon.com/awesomecast. Thank you everybody that does support us on Patreon. I try to do something new. Let me know if you got it. I'm trying to put the notification that we're live here on Tuesdays to you guys out here on Patreon. So you might got an email or a notification in your app or something like that. Trying to kind of roll everything into the app the Patreon app a little bit more, be a little more cohesive with that. I don't know if I'm going to give you the TikToks and everything though, because I don't know if you want to get annoyed with clips that much, but we'll see. I don't know. Let me know. Hit us up there. Hit us up at AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.com. Thank you to people that are supporting the show. Cynthia Klosky at the Coffee Club level, at the Fan Show level, our longest running supporter, Michael Fedor, Matt Weller, John Diggy DeGore, and Dave Podner, spouse of Roost Jewelry Affair at roostjewelryaffair.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Just looking at his username on something, I think. So thank you, everybody that is supporting the show. If you can, too, at patreon.com/awesomecast. And if you don't, even just like the show, share the show. We do appreciate that as well. I know everybody's in different positions of their life with everything, all kinds of craziness right now. So we do support it. We do appreciate any support that we do get. We recently, Katie, I showed Katie Five Nights at Freddy's. and kind of spooked us both a little bit there. So I got to night 3. I got to night 3 finally. So played it the other day.
Woo-hoo!
Small victories. And I was so sad. This is a side note. I hate that because of Five Nights at Freddy's came out as a movie. Supposedly that's the reason Chuck E. Cheese took out the final animatronics, probably those ones running on a floppy disk that we talked about a few months ago. They have been removed from the Chuck E. Cheeses. So no more animatronics. I don't even know how many of them were left at this point, right? So, but anyways, there's that. All right. This is the point where I wanted to talk about. It is Thanksgiving. We need to be thankful. So I want, in AwesomeCast tradition, I wanted to go around the tech turkey table here and find out what everybody is thankful for in tech. Now, Chilla, you kind of went with one already. Did you have a backup?
I'll find one. Go with me last, so I can do
Chilla's last. Chilla's last.
Sleuthing.
Katie, do you have something you've been thankful for?
Let me see. What have I been thankful for? One, I am thankful.
It could be a broad concept.
I was gonna say I pulled out like 10 different external hard drives.
Oh wow!
The variety of external hard drives.
Wow, different
like,
brands too. Look at all that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know how I was like, I only bought the 1 terabyte. That was the Samsung. I bought myself a 2 terabyte and didn't realize I did that. Past me. Thank you. So yes, I am appreciative of all my external hard drives that I have tried, and some have worked better than others, as you have known. But yeah, grateful for those, and I am grateful. This is my new tech trick. I'm going to teach you a trick, and I told Sorg about this on our trip.
Oh.
But we have these hard cases.
Yes, those things.
That's for like SD cards, right?
Yes, and the issue with these particular SD cards in this thing is, you can see all my SD cards, is this, it's very hard to get them out. Like that one was, it's hard to get them out.
I have broken some of them, and I have one. Katie, the project that we did last week in San Diego had tape on it because the lock thing had broken. That little plastic piece had broken off. So they're like, oh, just put tape over it. I'm like a VHS tape?
So, we talk about how hard it is to get these things out. Mm-hmm. And I have found a trick. This is my Thanksgiving Day gift to you. What really gets them out very easily without causing any pain or issues is a guitar pick. You just stick your little guitar pick where your fingernail would go, and you don't have to hurt your finger, and it comes right out. Look at that. Amazing.
I know I have guitar picks around here somewhere.
But do you have a Nickelback guitar?
What about?
You need to make a little indent in there for you to actually put the guitar pick in.
Yes.
One of the card slots. Hold on a second.
Sword run away.
Yeah, he's done. He's
gonna
find a guitar pick. Yeah, but it just pops right out. It's so easy now. It's like, bloop, I can pop all the ones I want out. You don't have to hurt your fingers or your fingernails.
All right, so I have a question. You know what I also realized because I'm like, where do I put all my GoPro? You know the little one actually fits the little SD cards. I was not aware of that until recently. So hold on a minute. I got this sheriff star from our friend pro wrestler Cowpoke Paul from when he was first on the show. I wonder if this works too. Hey, this works really good. So when you see me with the sheriff star, wait a minute. I got this little thing here. Hold on a second. Can I connect this? I want to put the sheriff star on my case. There we go. Missy got me this for my business cards when I'm out because I always have this stuff in my book bag. So now when I need to pull a business card out, I'm going to pull out this whole situation here. And I got my sheriff star, Katie, in case we need to get out of trouble.
Yes. So, we got that.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going with that. You think they'll have a problem with us going through TSA at all?
Doesn't look sharp.
It doesn't look sharp. I mean, it's got a pin in it, I guess. I guess we'll find out. I'm not flying anytime soon that I'm aware of. We'll find out in March, probably. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't have any flights for a while. Now I think about it. That's weird for me, actually. I'm sure something will change. Shit. How about you, Chilla? Chilla, did you come up with anything yet? I'm just checking in.
Actually, I think I'm thankful for all the tech cases that I have. And it's funny that I mentioned that because I've learned through the travels of going into various airports, there is never a rhyme nor a reason nor uniformity to the process in which you go through the metal detector and the x-ray machine.
Now, wait a minute. Are you pre-check or are you regular TSA?
I'm regular.
Oh, God bless
I'm
you.
average
God
Joe.
bless you. I was angry because I have pre-check, and we came early enough. It wasn't open, so they gave me the card to leave my shoes on, but I had to take everything out of my bag, which was not packed for TSA. And
So
all
yeah,
electronics.
And that's where I've learned, I actually will search on Amazon for the case or whatever for whatever object. This last trip or the last two trips, I took my Switch, and I have a very specific Switch case that I use. From time to time, I've taken the Steam Deck. I have an official Steam Deck case. It's not just some case that you use for something else. I have the different cable wallets. And I actually now need to get a new cable wallet because I've reached a new plateau of airport security where I was told that not only I correctly removed everything with a screen, because anything with a screen bigger than a phone, which I think they actually calculate that based on the old flip phone screens.
See, I was told electronics bigger than a phone on this last one.
No, I had
Interesting.
too many cables in a consolidated space.
Mm-hmm. Similar, I have too many batteries in my camera case because I pull all the batteries out of everything else I put in my checked luggage.
Mm-hmm.
So I get pulled almost never in Pittsburgh, but always on the way back I get pulled. So, yeah. So wait, what are you thankful for?
What's that?
What are you thankful for? The TSA?
No, the fact that there's all those cases that you can buy
Yes.
that help you organize things, much like Dutter's case that lets her organize all her SD cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love it. Excellent. I am thankful for man, there's a lot of with tech, but I start to realize this, especially as much travel as we do, and especially this last trip where we Ubered everywhere. I decided not to get a car because I figured most of what we were doing was kind of on location for the most part. So I was like, well, let's not worry about this expense. It's a pain in the butt to make sure, that's taken care of in advance and everything. Did Chilla just take a phone call during the show? What is this?
He's important. That's why we get him on the show
big
anymore.
Time Chilla's taking a call during the podcast. I just saw the phone come up with that new case he just talked about.
He's like, hey, I'm Chilla. 1 minute.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Business. It's not business related. It's more important than business. I ordered a stove, and it's being delivered tomorrow, and I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday.
Wait. Your maiden voyage on a brand new stove is cooking Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are a brave
Go
soul.
big or go home.
I mean, is this like a smart stove? Because I know your house that has like a turkey button or something.
No, it's nothing like that. Our stove's been acting flaky. Not that it's not a concern like electrical or gas related. Like, I'm not worried it's gonna blow up.
Okay.
I'm more worried like the next time I go to cook something, it's not gonna cook.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more important. And that was the delivery confirmation for tomorrow.
Fantastic. Thank you for muting during that, though. I still had the visual. I'm like, what the hell? So that was fantastic. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I thought about this, and as much travel as we do, and Chilla, you're probably in the same boat I am for this, knowing how jet-setting you've been in November, apparently. It sucks when travel doesn't work out and stuff like that, but, for the most part, how much, and Kay, you can probably attest to this with you traveling with me, how much do we go into a place, hit a button, go to the hotel, I'm thinking back to the days where we would print out MapQuest to go do events or shows or anything like that, some odd years ago, decades ago. And literally I'm just hitting a button, a car shows up when we end up at the place, and there was like very little hassle aside from some of the airport stuff that we had to deal with here this time around. Between the transit app, between damn it, I just got in, I'm too tired, hit a button on Grubhub and a pizza's gonna show up, or Chinese or something, or barbecue or something fun like that, right? Like the whole a lot of the stress is taken off the travel, where the hell am I, where do I need to go stuff. Something else takes care of that for you, and you can concentrate, especially in our case, and in Chilla, I imagine for the most part you were traveling for work as well. You get the work, worry about the work, right? And not the in-between getting you there and everything else. Like that's what I'm kind of appreciating the most right now. And even to the point where like literally on Thursday I took a plane, a car, a train, and a bus to get from San Diego to New Kensington to go film a match. So that's very, very, and that's stringing together the old school and the new school, right? I'm very thankful about that all those promises of connectivity at least travel connectivity, I suppose, even to the point of hitting a button, and Katie, I know we've been talking about like Walmart Plus and Instacart a lot lately on our own dealings, and just like Missy was sick yesterday. She's like, I need bread. Can you bring some on the way home? I'm like, I don't want to. It's too busy. I don't want to go over there. And I just sent in some Instacart. I'm like, the bread will be there in an hour. And I got a few other things we probably need while we're at it, so I can make the limits. Which is not much. It's probably as much as I would have spent across the street anyways. And it's not to be like I'm not going to mom and pops, but also I don't want to go where the people are. And they got an app for across the street. I'd make them bring it over. So let's put it that way. So yeah, no, that's been so.
You're the opposite of the Little Mermaid. You're like, I don't want to be where the people are.
Yes, yeah, that's it. And that's exactly it, to be quite honest. It's like, Katie and I went to SeaWorld last week, and there was nobody there because it was raining, and it's off season, and it's rarely raining in San Diego, and it was amazing, right? Just like we just had the whole park to ourselves. You do think a little bit, it's like, I wonder what this looks like when there's actually people here. So
we had plenty of space for activity.
Oh, we had all kinds of space for activities. But anyways, so Potter has one as well. Getting sappy. He's thankful because of the tech I have and the connections with people I have, including everyone on this show and my co-host on iPhoneography podcast. Way to get a plug in there. Who I never met in person. Somebody was asking me about Mad Mike. I was like, "Oh, you're good friends with them and stuff." I was like, "How'd you meet with them?" A couple weeks ago, somebody was asking about Mike. I'm like, I've only met the guy like a handful of times, really, but I talk with him every Tuesday, so we're buds, like that kind of thing. So, I was so tired and decided to get some slice on Broadway at the Perfect Pepperoni Pizza. Exactly. Also, I can get through an app, but I like to call them because I'm not afraid to call Slice on Broadway because I know those guys down there. Anyways, yes. Hey, actually, I should go and mention before we hit up some of the other stuff. Slice on Broadway. Hey, while we're at it, feeding our guests when they come into the studio here. We're gonna get some more here scheduled to try to fill out the rest of the year here at AwesomeCast. We had one this week that had to get delayed, unfortunately. But hey. This is the big news. I'm sorry. This is the big news. Nobody else is going to care about this except for me. They painted Slice on Broadway. I walked in. I'm like, something's different, guys. What's different? They're like, oh, yeah, we painted the front. And I was like, so it matches all the rest of the stores now? It's like, yes. I'm like, excellent. So the OG, the original right up the steps here that's been supporting our podcasting. Perfect pepperoni pizza with the oh, damn it. Nope. Let me take another shot. Take two. Perfect Pepperoni Pizza supporting Pittsburgh podcasting. Check our friends out at sliceonbroadway.com. So, wow, that was tough to get out there. Okay, we have some time here, so we can get to... Yep, it's the news. Oh, I gotta let that finish. What do you guys? What's catching you guys' attention here in the news? Or Katie, did you want to talk about your iPhone 15 performance?
Oh, do you want to know my thingy? The thingy that I cleaned my iPhone. Wait, this thing in the black box.
Oh, wait, what's this?
This is my original Austin thing of the week. Look how dumb it looks.
Oh, that's the thing. I gotta go get that. Okay.
So yeah, I got an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Ta-da!
Mm-hmm.
Which means in the hand-me-down process, my mom got the iPhone Pro 13. And as you may be familiar, if you've watched the show, it got thrown into the mud, dropped in the mud, and ran over by a pickup truck. So I wanted to give it a solid cleaning before I, passed it on to my mom. So I ordered this cleaning kit from the Amazon. And it's this ninja star looking odds and ends. You pull out the bottom and they flip out to these little bits and pieces to clean out every little
What the heck?
Oh yeah, I got everything you can imagine. Like any sort of porthole that you might have. I mean, even like insert holes for your cord. If your cord is dirty, you can put it in one of these holes. I have so many holes. And but I bought this and it came with that and a little fuzzy brush and a little pokey tool that helps you for your AirPods if you need to get in there and clean out the whatever you got going on in there. And they've got some fluid in here. But this Ninja Star cleaning tools, every size and shape you can imagine for any type of phone. And the AirPods, also those, to get those kind of cleaned out. I do have to say that the tool to clean out the lightning port did pull out some dirt. I was like, that's impressive, because I was having some issue. I was a little concerned. I kept getting there was water in the charging port, and I don't know why it kept saying that, but I thought there was maybe dirt. So yes, that cleaned that problem out. It comes with this tacky stuff, which I am 99% sure is the poster tack. If you wanted to hang a poster up on the wall, I'm going to try to hang this random piece of paper up on my printer. Yes, I think it's poster tack. But you ball it up and you put it in your speakers, your little speaker holes or your microphone holes or any other little tiny space. I even, so we talked about this little sensor in the front here that's a little tiny hole. Definitely had mud in this little guy. But if you press it on there and you'll pull out the dirt from your speakers. I was thoroughly impressed with this, what I'm going to call poster tack, because I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like. Yeah, but I mean, it worked incredibly well. I could not believe how much dirt I cleaned out of that iPhone 13. This is after I had wiped it down and stuff and tried to do the best I could clean it without tools. You'll probably use just a couple of these little odds and ends and pieces. I have not tried cleaning out AirPods with this yet, because I just didn't have them on me. But I think it's on sale they have Black Friday sale on this thing. I think it's pretty cool. It's not, if it wasn't on sale, I wouldn't say, hey, you should buy this thing, because I feel like the thing I was most impressed with was, like I said, the poster tack, but it's $15.99 with 30% off.
Yeah, they got a 30% off coupon. You can check that out, and we'll have the links in the chat and links on the thing as well. The description as well. That's cool.
Have you seen that jelly kind of goop for cleaning your keyboard? Yes.
Oh yeah, didn't we talk about this on the show? Because
Chilla might not have been on this.
I keep it in my bag now.
We have that in every car. And all over the house.
I have not applied it to the car just yet.
Well, when you were saying about the tack, I wonder about using that in the speaker port, because
I tried this. It did not pull it. It did not. It smooshed too much. It wasn't solid enough to really get in there enough to get the stuff that was really in there. But no, I've used this to clean. This was the first round of cleaning was this, because this is what we use for equipment after we were out in the mud and our my camera.
It was killer for my Panasonic camera, the big one.
What do you use for your AirPods? The speaker mesh or the headphone mesh?
That's
or have
what
you
this
not
is
cleaned
for.
that yet?
I have not. So like I haven't. I tried previously cleaning it with a little bit of Q-tip and vinegar, and because vinegar doesn't really hurt electronics. But this has a tool that I think would be much more helpful in that regard.
Because I'm
But I
worried
haven't
about
tried cleaning
pushing
these out.
stuff through the mesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is there a link to that? There it is. I see it.
Yeah, I
Why? It's on
I
sale.
moved it to the bottom since we did a different awesome
I'm
thing.
adding that to my.
That's awesome.
It even has with like one of the glasses, like this cleaning, the microfiber cleaning cloth or whatever that you use for your glasses and wipe off your screens and your cameras with it. So
Mhm.
like, there's a lot of little value added things. Like as a whole, like I wouldn't be like this is the most amazing tool ever, but I'm like for all the little bits and pieces, yeah.
Chilla, let's get technical with your next thing here. That's how you just drop in there. First of all, what is a YubiKey? And,
So a YubiKey.
and why do I need one?
So that was actually going to be my lead-in. Do you use one?
No, because it sounds too complicated every time. Because I think we listen to the same podcast here for the most part, and YubiKeys get brought up whenever they're talking about big security, right? And that is always kind of like, it's one more thing to worry about. I'll end up locking myself out of something. Like, I've always been concerned about something like that, right? So what does it do? And for the regular Joe, does my mom need a YubiKey?
Does your mom have a bank account? I'm getting to the point where I've seen so many different random services leak their password lists. So I guess here, you don't need one of these if you have a password management tool, and every account that you have has a complex different password from one another.
Okay, I feel better about that. What if I was on LastPass and I don't know where those passwords are?
Then you're sad.
then I'm what?
You're going to be sad.
Then I'm going to be sad one of these days because I don't have the effort to move it, and I'm invested right now.
So what this does is it lets you kind of move to a passwordless system where you can kind of push the key to this type of device, and you use this device typically in lieu of a password.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever done on the Xbox nowadays, if you sign up for passwordless and you use the Microsoft Authenticator app, you no longer get a password, you no longer use the password for your account. You get a push notification on your device, and then it gives you a 2-digit number. You pump that back in, and you move on with your day.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of even takes that out of the equation, gets you off the password, gets you off the MFA, and you just use this with your account information. It's kind of what you know is your account, and what you have is this little dongle. You don't have to worry about the password piece.
Okay.
The cool thing is, and one of the things they will say is, hey, don't lose this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hey, get 2 of them. Because most things will let you register multiple keys to their service.
We got a dramatic zoom when you said that.
Yeah, I know. I did notice that.
That was wild.
It seems like sometimes, when I readjust, there it goes.
Yeah, it's adjusting for that. If you knew the trigger to get really dramatic on us, and you're like self-producing yourself, it was like, whoa, okay.
But for Black Friday, it's actually Cyber Week, they're buy one get one 50% off. And Yubico, the maker of YubiKeys, they now make them pretty much for. You can buy one that's dual purpose, right? Like they have them that's USB-A and the device is near field communication, or it's USB-C and near field communication. They actually have one that's Lightning on one side, USB-C on the other. They have nano ones that you can pretty much, I wouldn't recommend this, but you can pretty much leave in your laptop because they they practically sit flush with the end of the device. I don't know, because they're buy one, get one 50% off, I'm heavily inclined to set this up.
Could be helpful. Okay. All right. Katie, do you think you should roll with the YubiKey? Are you sold on this?
I feel like I should, but I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it.
There is the
Big fear.
man, security, but screwing myself on this, right?
Yeah.
But there's always like recovery, right? Like you can always get to like, hey, reset my password with my phone number and this, that, and the other.
You know what
I
this
even
solves?
ran into that
You know what this
with Steam.
solves, Katie, is remember that thing we keep running into where you have to authenticate like some service that we were trying to use on a plane and we forgot that it's a text authentication and you can't receive a
Yes.
text message over the air because you're on airplane
No,
mode.
yes.
That's one of those things that this would probably solve in a lot of cases. So, right? So, I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry, Chilla, I interrupted you.
No, it's. I'm very interested in because, like I said, because they're buy one get one free. I'm thinking I could have one in the backup, and you could almost get one that's like Lightning and USB-C, and the other one that's near field communication and USB-C, and you'd pretty much be able to cover the majority of anything you will own in the near term.
Excellent. Well, on that note, I think we got time. Fit in one more story. What's sticking out there for you guys in our list tonight?
Ooh, tell us about Duolingo chess and math.
You told me about it.
No, I think Missy told you.
Oh no, Amanda told us about it. That's right.
Amanda told you. I was
Amanda
like, I know
told
it
us
wasn't
about
me.
it. I knew you were there. Okay.
Yes.
No, we got to. We got to catch up. We got to catch up with a lot of our San Diego friends, our transplants, Pittsburgh expats, Veronica, and of course Amanda and Steve, who listen to the show on a regular basis. Hi, Amanda and Steve. How you guys doing? We'll see you guys in a few months. So the other reasons I need to go back to California. So Amanda was telling me there's two things. One, they had an amazing job posting that I'm not going to get into here. If you know about it, you know about it. And I started poking at this a little bit, but I was trying to figure out how to bring it up. So Duolingo has added chess and math to it. And there was one more thing that I think I missed out on. And also while I was going through this, I did start back up and hit Duolingo again. And I didn't realize there was a web interface to this thing. So when I get my notification in my email, I can just load it up on my browser and just go for it. Yeah, I'm not very far in Spanish. I'm getting back into it. But yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah, here, Duo becomes a chess champion. Complete 20 quests in November. Earn a free month of Diamond on chess.com. Oh, okay. So it's connected to chess.com apparently. So, but supposedly they're bringing in math as well. So that's very cool that they're kind of bringing all of that along. So I think Duo is it connected with chess.com? So if you complete your 20 quests, you get a month of Diamond over there. Okay, I see. And I'm up to 7. Fantastic. No, it was cool to see they're kind of expanding that out. And of course, they're a Pittsburgh company. So, we want to keep an eye on and see what they're doing. So I hope they stay here in Pittsburgh. I hope there's one of those guys that don't get bought and shipped off to California or something, right? So, no, very, very cool thing. Also, follow Sorgatron on Duolingo if you're on there. So I am learning Spanish. I am attempting to learn Spanish. It's coming back to me. So, that's been kind of working out for me. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. Chilla is at Chilla on social medias, or Chilla579 on social medias, depending on what platform you're on. If you see Chilla and you say, that does not look like the Chilla I know, go.
Add a 579 on the end.
Yep, there you go. That's the code.
It's the odd numbers.
The Chilla code.
Not Chilla 369. Damn, he's fine.
No,
Hello.
not Chilla 246.
Katie Dutters, Kate Marie PGH on the threads is where you're most active these days, and of course the Instagrams, right?
Anything goes. I could be active somewhere and anytime. This is how I social.
I'm active everywhere. You can't stop me, she says.
Could be anywhere. I'll pop up anywhere.
You surprise me. Usually I see an Instagram story about your haircuts, so that shocked me today.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. Oh no, what do you got there?
Oh, this is Allegheny coffee. I got to go down the Strip District today.
Ooh, I need to go. I need to revisit Pittsburgh. Not visit Pittsburgh. Not those guys. I need to revisit Pittsburgh. Like, help remind me of what's in my own town. Visit Pittsburgh,
I
right?
know. We were talking about that we just like we'll hang out here in our own side of town, and I'm like, I could just go down here whenever I want. Like,
yeah, it's like that's not a vacation spot. It's just over there. I have wanted to every time I'm driving somewhere. I want to go up and just go up to the Mount Washington, and I don't know why. It's like it's right there. Anyways, at Sorgatron on all the social medias as well. I'm spreading the love everywhere myself. You'll probably get some of the conversation if you're following me on one of the platforms. So there's that, or over LinkedIn, I guess. Yeah, like, hey, a lot of our stuff is going on over there. Make sure you're following AwesomeCast on wherever you can find some AwesomeCast. We are putting a lot of video clips throughout the week. Please share those as well, or continue the conversation with us on any of those platforms. We do appreciate that. Let's get geeky, and we did also add recently the chat to AwesomeCast. We have a couple of them. Try to spread it out because I know there's a lot of topics there, and people are being really active with it over on the Mayhem Show, so I thought I'd bring it over there. So we do have a general. I think we do have a video game, and there was another one I think I put in there as well, like gadgets perhaps. So please join us in those chats. Let's continue the conversation here throughout the week. Thank you, everybody. And we are live every Tuesday. We'll be we should be live for the rest of the Tuesdays until before Christmas. For our Christmas episode. So please join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on all these streaming platforms on the Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube for AwesomeCast, or Sorgatron Media for the Twitch, of course. Thank you, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Please stay tuned for Patreon. I don't know. Maybe we'll catch up on some of these news stories that we didn't get to. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.